Welcome to the GeoVenture channel. If you enjoy exploring the world with us, please like this video and subscribe for more amazing journeys. Autumn is a special time in Europe. It's a season of beautiful transformation. The long, sunny days of summer begin to fade, and a cool, crisp feeling fills the air. This is a time of change you can see and feel everywhere you go. From the rolling hills of England to the vineyards of Italy, the continent puts on a spectacular show. It's a time when nature paints the landscape with brilliant colors. The leaves on the trees turn from green to fiery red, bright orange, and deep gold. Traveling through Europe in the fall is a truly magical experience, offering a different kind of beauty than the busy summer months. The feeling of autumn is about more than just the changing leaves. It's a feeling of coziness and warmth. As the weather gets cooler, people start to gather indoors. You can smell wood smoke from fireplaces and the sweet scent of baking spices. Cafes become cozy havens, serving hot chocolate and warm apple pastries. It's a season that invites you to slow down. You can take a leisurely walk through a park, crunching leaves under your feet. It's a time for reflection and enjoying the simple pleasures of life. This feeling is something you will find in every corner of Europe, even though each country celebrates it in its own unique way. Across the continent, autumn brings with it a sense of harvest and abundance. For centuries, this has been the time for gathering crops from the fields. It's a season of festivals celebrating the bounty of the land. You'll find markets overflowing with fresh apples, pumpkins, and grapes. The food changes too. Hearty stews, roasted vegetables, and rich soups appear on menus. In the United Kingdom, autumn arrives with a gentle sigh. The air turns crisp and cool, a welcome change after the summer. This is the perfect weather for putting on a warm sweater and going for a long walk. The British call these walks rambles. You can wander through ancient woodlands where the leaves are turning brilliant shades of yellow and rust. The ground becomes a carpet of crunchy leaves, and the sound is a classic part of the season. The light becomes softer and misty mornings are common, giving the countryside a mysterious and romantic feel. It's a time when nature seems to be preparing for a long winter's nap. The colors of a British autumn are rich and earthy. The oak trees that fill the forests turn deep shades of gold. The beech trees that fill the forests turn deep shades of copper and brown. You'll see ivy climbing up the walls of old stone cottages, its leaves turning a fiery crimson. Parks in London are ablaze with color. Parks in Bath are ablaze with color, offering a beautiful escape from the urban hustle. It's a photographer's dream. The landscape changes from the bright greens of summer to a more muted and warm palette. This is the season for finding conkers, the shiny brown seeds of the horse chestnut tree, a favorite pastime for children all across the UK. As the days get shorter, the British embrace the concept of coziness. This is the season for pubs. Imagine stepping out of the cool evening air into a warm, welcoming pub with a crackling fire in the hearth. It's the perfect place to enjoy a pint of traditional ale and a hearty meal. Sunday roasts become a weekly ritual for many families, featuring roasted meat potatoes, parsnip squash. The feeling is one of comfort and community, of gathering together as the nights draw in. Autumn in the UK also has its share of traditions. The most famous is Bonfire Night on November 5th. People across the country light huge bonfires and set off fireworks to commemorate a historic event. It's a night of excitement, with crowds gathering in parks and fields to watch the dazzling displays. You can enjoy classic bonfire treats like toffee apples and roasted chestnuts. Before that, there's Halloween, which has become increasingly popular. Children dress up in spooky costumes and go trick-or-treating. It all adds up to a season that is both peaceful and full of festive fun. When autumn arrives in Germany, it feels like stepping into a Brothers Grimm fairy tale. The country's vast forests, like the famous Black Forest, undergo a breathtaking transformation. The trees become a sea of gold, orange, and deep red. The air is clear and crisp, perfect for hiking along well-marked trails. Sunlight filters through the colorful canopy, creating a magical golden glow on the forest floor. The Germans have a deep appreciation for nature, and many people spend their autumn weekends outdoors, soaking in the beauty of the season. It's a time for long walks, or Wanderungen, through the spectacular scenery. The landscape is not just about forests. Germany's many castles perched on hillsides look even more dramatic when surrounded by autumn colors. Imagine Neuschwanstein Castle, the inspiration for Disney's Sleeping Beauty castle, framed by a backdrop of fiery leaves. It's an unforgettable sight. The country's wine regions, especially along the Rhine and Mosel rivers, are also stunning. The steep vineyard terraces turn golden yellow, and the grape harvest is in full swing. This period is known as Altweibersommer, or Old Women's Summer, a spell of warm, sunny weather in late autumn. German autumn is also a season for hearty food and drink. This is the time for celebrating the harvest, and that means festivals. The most famous, of course, is Oktoberfest in Munich, which actually starts in September. But many towns and villages have their own local wine or harvest festivals. You'll find stalls selling Federweißer, a young, partially fermented wine that is cloudy and sweet, often enjoyed with a slice of Zwiebelkuchen, a savory onion tart. It's a delicious seasonal treat. Menus in restaurants shift to feature game meats like venison, as well as mushrooms and pumpkins, which are turned into creamy, delicious soups. The traditions of autumn in Germany are closely tied to the harvest and the changing seasons. Many regions have Thanksgiving-like festivals called Erntedankfest, where churches are decorated with fruits, vegetables, and grains to give thanks for the harvest. Another fun tradition is the Almabtrieb in the Alpine regions of Bavaria. This is a ceremonial cattle drive where cows, beautifully decorated with flowers and bells, are brought down from their high mountain pastures for the winter. It's a colorful and festive parade that celebrates the end of the summer grazing season and the safe return of the animals. In the Netherlands, autumn paints a unique and charming picture. Here, the beauty of the season is reflected in the water. The country's famous canals crisscross the cities. Amsterdam, Utrecht, the tall, slender elm trees that line the canals turn a brilliant yellow and gold. Their leaves gently fall into the water, floating alongside the canal boats. The low autumn sun casts a warm, golden light on the historic canal houses, making their brick facades glow. It's an incredibly romantic and peaceful scene, perfect for a leisurely boat tour or a stroll along the water's edge. Beyond the cities, the Dutch countryside offers its own version of autumn beauty. The landscape is famously flat, which means you get wide, open skies that can be incredibly dramatic. The forests and national parks like the Hoge Veluwe are wonderful places to see the changing colors. Because the land is so flat, it's a paradise for cyclists. Many Dutch people take advantage of the cool, pleasant weather to go for long bike rides through the woods. You might see wild deer or boar as you pedal along paths covered in a thick blanket of leaves. It's a very active and healthy way to enjoy the season. The Dutch have a word, gezellig, that perfectly captures the feeling of autumn. It doesn't have a direct English translation, but it means a feeling of coziness, warmth, and togetherness. As the weather turns cooler and rainier, people embrace gezelligheid. They light candles in their homes, gather with friends for coffee and cake, and spend evenings curled up with a book. Cafes, known as brown cafes for their dark wood interiors, become even more inviting. Here you can enjoy a hot chocokamel, or chocolate milk, or a seasonal bock beer, a strong dark beer that is traditionally brewed for the autumn. When it comes to food, Dutch autumn is all about warm, comforting dishes. This is the season for stamppot, a classic Dutch comfort food made from mashed potatoes mixed with vegetables like kale, or boerenkool, or endives, which are called andivia. It's often served with a smoked sausage known as rookworst. Another autumn favorite is erwtensoep, a very thick split pea soup that is so hearty you can stand a spoon up in it. And you can't talk about autumn treats without mentioning oliebollen. These are deep-fried, donut-like balls, often filled with raisins and dusted with powdered sugar, which start appearing at street stalls as the weather gets cold. Autumn in Italy, or autunno, has a different character than in its northern neighbors. It's a softer, more golden season. Warm, pleasant days, cool, comfortable evenings, honey-colored light bathing the rolling hills of Tuscany, bathing the rolling hills of Umbria. While you won't see the same fiery reds as in Germany or the UK, the landscape is still full of color. The vineyards turn shades of yellow-orange and deep red before the leaves fall, creating a patchwork of color across the hillsides. It's a serene and incredibly beautiful time. This is the season of the harvest, and in Italy, that is a very big deal. It's a time of great activity and celebration. The most important harvest is for grapes, the vendemmia. Families and communities come together to pick the grapes that will be turned into the next year's wine. Many wineries host festivals where you can participate in the harvest and, of course, taste the wine. It's also the season for olives. The olive harvest begins in late autumn, and you can visit olive mills to see the fresh green oil being pressed. It's a fascinating process and a true taste of Italian tradition. Autumn is a food lover's paradise in Italy. The focus is on seasonal, local ingredients. This is the time for porcini mushrooms and truffles. In regions like Piedmont and Umbria, the hunt for the prized white truffle is a major event. You can join a truffle hunter and their dog on a search through the woods, and then enjoy a meal where the freshly found truffle is shaved over pasta or eggs. It's an unforgettable culinary experience. Chestnuts are also a big part of autumn. You'll find vendors on city streets roasting chestnuts or calderost over open fires, filling the air with a wonderful, nutty aroma. Life in Italy slows down in the autumn. The summer crowds have gone home, making it a perfect time to visit famous cities like Rome, Florence, and Venice. You can explore museums and ancient ruins without the long lines. The pace is more relaxed, more local. Italians take their evening stroll, the passeggiata, enjoying the cool air. It's a season for sagre, which are local food festivals celebrating a specific product, like mushrooms, chestnuts, wine, or chocolate. Each town seems to have its own sagra, offering a wonderful opportunity to taste local specialties and experience authentic Italian culture. Across Europe, the arrival of autumn is marked by a rich tapestry of traditions, rooted in the ancient rhythms of the agricultural calendar. In Germany, the Erntedankfest is a beautiful expression of gratitude for the year's bounty. Churches are lavishly decorated with sheaves of wheat, giant pumpkins, baskets of apples, baskets of grapes. Community members gather to celebrate the fruits of their labor. This links modern Germans to farming ancestors, highlighting the land and seasonal change. In the United Kingdom, autumn equals Guy Fawkes Night, massive bonfires and fireworks, held on November 5th to mark the foiling of the gunpowder plot. Communities build bonfires with effigies of Guy Fawkes, and then watch spectacular fireworks light the night. It's loud, social, and distinctly British. Families huddle eating sticky toffee apples and parkin cake. In Alpine Germany and Austria, the almond tree brings cattle down from the high pastures. It's a festive parade as cows return home. Cows wear flower headdresses, ribbon decorations, and big clanging bells. Villagers line the streets to welcome them with music, dancing, and market stalls. In Italy, autumn is all about food. Sagre are local festivals dedicated to single ingredients, mushroom festivals, chestnut festivals, grape festivals. Long communal tables, live music, and dancing bring communities together. It's the most authentic way to taste Italy's harvest and food passion. When you compare autumn across these European countries, you begin to see a beautiful spectrum of colors and moods. The United Kingdom offers a palette that is deep, earthy, and often softened by mist. Rich browns of oak leaves, coppery tones of beech trees, fiery crimson of ivy against old stone. The overall feeling is one of cozy melancholy. The landscape feels ancient and storied, as if the falling leaves are turning the pages of a history book. The light is often diffuse and gentle, creating a muted, painterly effect that is quintessentially British and deeply romantic. Germany, in contrast, presents a much bolder and more vibrant display. The autumn here is a symphony of brilliant golds and yellows, especially in the vast deciduous forests. The sheer scale of the color is breathtaking. It feels more dramatic and fairy tale-like, a land of deep woods and golden light. The air is often clearer and crisper than in the UK, making the colors pop against bright blue skies during the Altweiber summer. Get out and be active to hike, explore the magnificent, brightly lit landscapes. The Netherlands adds another dimension to the European autumn palette: reflection. Here, the colors are doubled. The golden and yellow leaves of the trees lining the canals are perfectly mirrored in the still water below. This creates a scene of serene, symmetrical beauty. The Dutch autumn is less about wild forests, more about the graceful interplay between nature and the man-made environment of the cities. Framed by historic houses reflected in the water, finally, Italy offers the warmest and softest autumn palette. The colors are sun-drenched and gentle. Mellow yellows of poplar trees, rustic oranges of vineyard leaves, deep green of cypress trees standing tall against the golden hills. The Italian autumn is defined by its light, a warm, honeyed glow that seems to make everything softer and more beautiful. It's a less dramatic but perhaps more poetic season, a time when the landscape seems to be basking in the final gentle warmth of the year before the cooler winter arrives. Packing for an autumn trip to Europe requires a bit of smart planning. The weather can be quite changeable. The key to comfort is layering. Start with a base of comfortable, long-sleeved shirts, thin sweaters. Worn alone on a mild, sunny day in Italy, used as a first layer on a chilly morning in Germany. Materials like merino wool are excellent. Lightweight, breathable, warm, without bulk. For your second layer, a versatile fleece, a warm cardigan. Outermost layer, a waterproof jacket and windproof jacket, an absolute must. Autumn in Europe, think the UK, the Netherlands, can bring sudden rain showers. A good jacket keeps you dry, protects you from wind, so bad weather won't ruin sightseeing or hiking. Bottoms, comfortable trousers are key. Jeans for city exploration. Walking or hiking trousers for trails. Don't forget your feet. Pack comfortable, broken-in walking shoes, waterproof walking shoes or boots. Happy feet equal sign happy traveler. Cobblestone streets, leaf-covered forest paths. With these items packed, you'll be well prepared to enjoy all the beauty a European autumn has to offer, rain or shine. As we've journeyed across Europe, misty lanes of the UK, sun-kissed hills of Italy, it's clear that autumn speaks a different dialect in every country. In the UK, it whispers of cozy pubs and ancient history. In Germany, it shouts with the bold colors of fairy tale forests. In the Netherlands, it reflects serenely in the city canals. And in Italy, it sings a soft song of harvest and golden light. Each place offers a unique window into the season, shaped by its landscape, climate, and enduring traditions of its people. These differences are what make exploring Europe in the fall such a rich and rewarding experience. Yet, despite these wonderful variations, there is a universal magic to autumn that connects them all. It is a season of beautiful endings. It's the grand finale of the year's warmth and growth, a final, brilliant burst of color before the quiet and slumber of winter. This sense of transition is something we can all feel, no matter where we are. It's a time that encourages us to slow down, to notice the small changes in the world around us, and to appreciate the beauty in letting go. The sound of crunchy leaves underfoot is just as satisfying in a London park as it is on a German hiking trail. The season also connects us through its sensory pleasures. The shared comfort of a warm drink on a cool day, the hearty satisfaction of a seasonal meal made with harvest vegetables, and the simple joy of wrapping up in a cozy sweater. These are universal autumn experiences. It's a season that appeals to our senses, with the smell of wood smoke in the air, the taste of spiced pastries, and the sight of a world painted in warm tones. This is the Gezellig of the Netherlands, the coziness of a British pub, and the warmth of an Italian kitchen, all rolled into one shared human experience. Ultimately, autumn is loved around the world because it reminds us of the beauty of change. It shows us that there is grace and splendor in cycles, in the turning of the seasons from light to dark and back again. It's a time for both celebration and reflection, for gathering with community and for quiet walks alone. Whether you're watching fireworks in England or harvesting grapes in Italy, you are part of a global tradition of honoring this special time of year. And that is the true magic of autumn. It's a season that feels both deeply personal and wonderfully universal, all at the same time. From the cozy pubs of Britain to the golden forests of Germany, from the reflective canals of the Netherlands to the sun-drenched vineyards of Italy, Europe in autumn offers a tapestry of experiences that celebrate both the diversity and the shared humanity of this magical season. So pack your layers, bring your sense of wonder, and prepare to fall in love with the many faces of European autumn. Whether you're crunching through leaves in an English woodland, cycling along Dutch canals, hiking through German forests, or savoring harvest festivals in Italian villages, you'll discover that autumn in Europe is not just a season to observe, but a season to live, to feel, and to remember for a lifetime.